Alright guys, I'm outside just to do a little playing around with the Cold Steel Cheap Shot 130. I have been out here for a while now, and yeah. Save the buzz saws for your expensive bows. I don't know what's wrong. It could be just a shooter, but when I can pop a target at 500 yards, I think I can shoot. And if I turn the target around, you'll see that I'm actually hitting the target. But when I put a buzz saw on it, these arrows go all kinds of wonky. So I'm going to contact Cold Steel and see if maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe they're choosing the wrong arrows for it. I don't know. Anywho, it's nothing against the crossbow itself. I just don't think that the weight of the head I'm using is appropriate for the bullet I'm using. So that's probably me, not the equipment. Okay. So we're at about 35 paces, and I'll see how far I can zoom you in here, and hopefully keep you. Come on, focus. It's not the greatest shot in the world, but hold on a second. Alright, I dropped the camera down a little bit. Maybe you'll be able to see the arrows in flight. I don't know. So I've got a few here left we'll play with. Hopefully you can hear me decent enough. Yep. Gonna load it right, son. Release safety. Fire in the hole as soon as I quit breathing. Not a bad shot. Now I did manage to lose 2 arrows today because they went flying all kinds of wonky. Here at first I thought it was the sight I was using, but going back to the standard bolts with nothing on them, they fly fairly decent. Safety off. Fire in the hole. As soon as I quit breathing. I do have some, the buzz saws I've got are 125 grain. I do have some of the 100 grain other ones. So I may pause the video here in a minute and try one of those to see if I can't lose another arrow. Safety off. Fire in the hole. So I'm not bullseyeing it, but I have got a pretty good group there, so I'm going to pause the video, show one of these oh, it doesn't even say, it just says broadhead. That's it, broadhead. So I'll be back in a few moments. Alright, see if I can get this in here. It ain't going to focus very well, but that's the broadhead. Let's zoom you back out in there. Get her to focus. Come on, camera. Let's go. I'm going to cut all this out. There we go. Alright, time to lock and load. Safety off. Same point of aim. Fire in the hole. And that one's gone. And it disappeared. So yeah, if you're using these, don't use any other heads. I have no idea where that one went at all. The crossbow itself is nice, but I am not having any luck at all with using any other than just the standard bolts. And just to make sure, I'll go back to the same point of aim So I'm gonna go see if I can't find that one that just took off, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, that makes 3 arrows lost. So I don't know what's the deal with these broadheads. They're not working at all for this crossbow. So I'm gonna do a couple more shots and I'm gonna end the video here. And I'll spend a little bit of time trying to see if maybe I can't locate them. But I got a feeling they're long gone. Safety off. I'm gonna do this one standing. I was sitting. That was a little low. I'll do the last 2 sitting, as I'm old and tired from running around looking for arrows. And besides, if I was using this to hunt, I'd be sitting. Safety off. Last one. Oh, there went a head. I'll have to try and find that one. Last shot of the day. Safety off. Fire in the hole. Alright, I'll shut you off, change lenses, and take you up there so you can see what we did. Alright, here we are. As you can see, it's a pretty decent grouping. I mean, it's not overly spectacular, but there is a fair bit of wind today. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Now mind you, I've got my little 10 to 30 lens on here. So I'm going to back you out so you can get the natural perspective, and there you can see where I was sitting. Man, it looks like a long ways away in the camera, don't it? But honestly, it's only about 40 paces, which is about 38 feet, or yards I mean. 38 feet, wow, you got short feet. But other than that, it's not too bad. I'll show you my practice shots from earlier. They were kind of all over the place. But all in all, wasn't a bad day. Lost 3. And like I say, I'm going to contact Cold Steel and see what the deal is. Why the arrows get so wonky using those. I don't know. Like I say, maybe it's just the grain weight is too much for the bolts. That's the only thing I can think of. And something stronger with a lot more power. I think they do just fine. But I'm not having any fortune with them, because I've already lost 3 arrows. So, that being said, it does work with the bolts only. I don't know about heads. So, I'm not going to go out and dish out a bunch of money trying to find a head that works with them. Don't have that kind of financial support, so. Other than that, this is just a day out in the woods. It's 56 degrees right now. I figured I'd come out and spend a little bit of time while the kids at the neighbor's playing, so. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Alright, one last little bit here. Just so you guys get in size of the scale. That's a 13-inch, well, 12 3/4-inch stainless steel ruler, if you measure it end to end. So that gives you an idea of what the size of the target would look like at about 40 yards. 39, 40 yards. I was at 40 paces. So, you know, once I got her figured out and sighted in, I didn't do too bad. Well, not the greatest with this yet. Eventually I'll be able to start poking it in the hole where it belongs. But it's not a bad group. So, that's it for this video. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Alright guys, the sides are going to be a little shaky, but I figure I add one more thing, so I know somebody's going to ask. They're going to want to know what's inside the cooler here, so it's nothing but cardboard. It is packed very tight. Like I mentioned earlier, the bolts are going in about 4.5, 5 inches, and so that puts them right here in the middle. So, not too bad, but I figured in case somebody actually wanted to know, here is what's inside that cooler. Alright, that's the end of the video. Catch me later. Bye.